Hello there, my name is Edwin Romero, independent SEO consultant, and today I want to walk you all through a new video series. I hope to identify and communicate common SEO issues found in Salesforce Commerce Cloud websites. Why? Well, SEO issues are prevalent no matter what CMS, and Salesforce Commerce Cloud is no different. Additionally, the fixes for an SEO issue can be complex. It might be tough to identify what's out of the box, what's a customization, what teams to loop in. Finally, finding resolutions to those SEO issues can have positive effects within organic performance. So with that, let's get started. A very common issue I see on Salesforce Commerce Cloud sites are the lack of optimizations found on store location detail pages. These store detail location pages house a great deal of information for a specific storefront. In our case here, we're looking at a storefront here in Chicago for GameStop. It has a great deal of information, including a phone number, address, store hours. All great information we want to communicate to users and search engines. Something else to note about these pages, they're built on what I like to call pipeline pages. So these differ from other types of pages on Commerce Cloud, from category pages, content pages, and product detail pages, in that they're a little bit more rigid to update. That being said, customizations are going to be required for a lot of the optimizations. Let's look at examples of common issues found within store detail pages, as well as examples of how brands curb them, how brands optimize their store detail pages. Right off the bat, let's look at unoptimized URLs. So within the store detail pages, their URLs are pretty convoluted. So you see here, it doesn't really contain any significant detail around the store location. It's primarily housed on a URL path that is store details, store ID equals some sort of numbers. And additionally, it's on some sort of parameter. There's a lack of context within the page location. In this case here, we're looking at Hugo Boss. Looking at an optimized URL structure, we can look at Michael Kors. With Michael Kors, they not only outline the location, the region, but they also outline the city as well as the address. It conveys a level of relevancy and context around the store detail pages to both search engines and users alike. For an optimization such as this, to optimize the URLs from the URL parameter type of URL path to this one that's more descriptive, it is a customization. And unfortunately, it can't be handled within the URLs portion of Business Manager in Salesforce Commerce Cloud. A more concerning optimization gap is the lack of canonical tags. So Canonical helps consolidate search authority by identifying a single location and routing all authority to that one location. They're pretty common within SEO, given the number of URLs that can be generated by one single website. For example, we have URLs that can be generated for paid search, email, for social, all of which have appended parameters that create a unique URL and what may seem like a unique web page. If there is no canonical tag in place, then authority is splintered across all those duplicates. You might have a duplicate content problem on your hands. What's more, by splintering off the search authority, no single one web page can be more authoritative than the others. So the canonical helps consolidate that authority into one location and making that one location a lot more powerful, increasing the likelihood of it performing with an organic search. So in our example here, we have Hugo Boss. I know there's no canonical tag because of a couple of extensions here. We have the canonical URL detector. It's not detecting a canonical tag, but I also have this SEO extension. There is no canonical tag in place. Now let's look at that versus someone else. So going back to our GameStop example, we can see that right off the bat that GameStop, this location, has a canonical tag. It also does, we can also look at it through this view. The canonical tag is equal to the URL that's being displayed up here. So in a case like this, again, it's going to require customization. You want to work with your development partners, file a ticket, outline requirements, as well as what success looks like. The last issue I want to call out is the lack of custom metadata. So we're looking at Build-A-Bear, one in Chicago. Right off the bat, I mean, we see the URL structure isn't ideal. It's lacking context. There is a canonical tag, but the metadata, if we go here, again with our SEO plugin, we can look at the title tag and meta tag, meta description, I should say. The title tag reads Fashion Outlets Chicago, Rosemont, Illinois. Now this provides no context around what we should expect on this store detail pages or what Build-A-Bear has to offer, nor does it offer a summary or description that can be fed through to the search engine results pages or SERPs There's a lot of missed opportunity, especially with the title tag, given it's the most important single HTML factor on any web page. Conversely, we can look at Fossil for an optimized title tag, as well as an optimized meta description. So in their case here, they have Fossil Grand Rapids, watches, jewelry, and handbag store in Byron Center, Michigan. And then they have a custom meta description as well. So they're making the most out of these tags and continue to provide relevancy and context to search engines and search users. Now, a lot of these, I'm going to be honest, all these issues, they're going to require a customization. And to file for a customization, you want to work with your development and support partner. They might work with a ticket management system, but more likely than not, you're going to have to file a development ticket. And the ticket itself should include details like what you're currently seeing, what the requirements are for a successful fix or customization, and steps to replicate the issue. You want to be as detailed as possible with these tickets. I have a post that I'll link in the description below on how to write a successful development SEO ticket. I also want to provide a bonus issue. So I'm not sure how many of y'all are familiar with Schema Markup, but Schema Markup is coding that provides additional context beyond the HTML that's found on any given web page. It can be through HTML, it can be through JSON, but it provides further information around web entities, organizations, in our case, store location pages. We can communicate local business details such as the hours, its address, what we sell, so on and so forth, to improve how we rank or are visible within search results. Looking at GameStop again, they do a really great job. They do a really great job in marking up the store detail pages. And you can see here, this is the rich results tester, which you can plug in a specific URL and see if there's any schema markup in place. What I'm looking for is any kind of any location-based schema. And if we toggle down the Washington Square drop down here, you can see there are locations. So we have like the store, that's exactly what we're looking for, store, as well as information around the location, and other categories that might be relevant to GameStop. Address information, city information, as well as the hours of operation and phone number. So this here, it's not going to be something driven by Salesforce Commerce Cloud. It's going to have to be customization again. But with things like ChatGPT and various schema generators online, it's totally doable. I think what you want to do is have these parameters and requirements that help build out schema at scale. Well, there you go. I hope that's enjoyable, relatively painless. In summary, the store detail pages, out of the box, they're not well optimized. It's going to require a bit heavier customization than other Salesforce Commerce Cloud pages, but the pages can be optimized further to communicate additional context around these locations. Please, if you have any comments or questions, leave them below. Feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much for dropping in. I really appreciate it. And until the next one, take care.